everybody. Chris Akin back once again with another edition of the CMS News right here on the CMS Network. Thank you so much for checking it out, and let's get right to it, shall we? If you're a BulletBoys fan, let's go old school here. If you're a BulletBoys fan, which I guess I would say I am, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest BulletBoys fan, but I didn't hate them back in the day. Still listen to it every now and again. But they have had 9 million people in their band. From every account I've ever heard off the record, Marq Torien is difficult. It's what I've heard from damn near every single musician I've ever talked to. I don't know that's true. He's always been super nice to me, so I don't have anything to back it up other than what people have told me. So third parties have said this. That being said, there has been 1 million people through the band. But somehow, some way, these guys went from having a band, the ex-main original members went from being in the BulletBoys to forming a band called, I think it was called like Lying, Stealing, and Treachery or something. Like it was something that was aimed at like a big fuck you to Marq Torien. And they've gone from that to where now 2 of the 3 ex-members are now back in the band. As you can see here, drummer Jimmy DeAnda rejoins the BulletBoys. He says Mick Sweda has no desire to return, but this is after Lonnie Vincent also came back to play bass for the band. So this is kind of like a reunion, sort of, and I guess if Mick Sweda doesn't want to come back, well, what do? You keep going, I guess, with some other guy. DeAnda, most recently, as far as I know, has been playing some drums on and off with Stephen Pearcy. So he's kept his chops up, and it's just kind of cool, I guess, to have him rejoin the BulletBoys. We'll see how long this lasts. There's so much bad blood that has gone on between these guys. Every time I see a story like this, I just sit back and wonder, how long will it be until the old problems come back? And with any luck, never. But let's be real here. You guys all know how these bands work. So I guess this is not really a huge story other than if you are a BulletBoys fan and you like the 80s kind of music and sound, this probably makes you feel a little better about going to a show, I guess. So I don't know. It really is kind of weird, though, watching this genre. And what I mean by this genre is, I'm going to call it hair metal, whether you like the term or not, whatever. But it's dying. It's dying, and it's dying fast. The shows are getting smaller. The bookings are becoming less. You're seeing a lot more 90s bands at your local casinos now because the 80s have kind of run its course. And truthfully, probably more than the bands, the audience has run its course. The audience has seen these bands in the last 15 years. If you are a fan of one of these bands, there's almost zero chance you haven't seen those bands 2 or 3 or 4 times now, because they have been on just a never-ending circuit of casinos for the last 15 years. Since like Rocklahoma started, it's been like that. So I think the 80s might be dying out, but the last gasps are still there, and I will take this one as a decent last gasp with Jimmy DeAnda rejoining BulletBoys. Now, the real clue or the real question, I guess, with 3/4 of the members, will they try to make an album or a song or anything that sounds like, the first album, that sounds like Smooth Up In Here, For the Love of Money, or, those types of songs. Hang on, St. Christopher. I know that second record, or will they just keep doing this kind of modern thing that Mark has been doing for a while? Should be interesting to see. If you're a fan, you will be watching. If you're not, you're probably not watching right at this minute. You probably dumped out on this one very quickly. But whatever, we will see. But Jimmy DeAnda has rejoined the BulletBoys. That is the news of this post. So thank you as always for watching. Do all the podcasty stuff, please. Like, subscribe, comment, friend, share, blah, 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 all that stuff. Do it. And of course, follow me on all my shows as well as all the other shows on the great CMS network. Little screen right below me tells you where to go. classicmetalshow.locals.com. It's free. You can watch the shows there. You watch all the episodes there. I ain't going to lie. It's probably an easier experience than Rumble. You know, for those that I get a lot of complaints, people don't like Rumble, which is our main home. It's easier to watch on Locals. Just telling you, and their app is way better. So, classicmetalshow.locals.com. Put it on your phone. That way you can follow us all day and night, every day and night, as you should, because we're that important. All right, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued patronage. I very much appreciate it. And until next time, I have been Chris Akin. And guess what, folks? Yep, I will be again tomorrow. See ya.